Hi and welcome. I'm Bybreen Samuels, the founder of Tech Savvy Encore Academy, a home for the mature crowd, those of you over 50 years old who are looking to future-proof your digital life. Here at Tech Savvy Encore Academy, I'm attempting to answer the problem, the query of fear of being left out, given that our lives are being dwarfed by technological changes. Here at the Academy, I will be sharing trusted tech news, tech insights and tips, and very simple explainers that help you overcome your fears, your anxieties, maybe the overwhelm of too much information, and where you feel you're lacking practical application of new technology. This can apply whether you're somebody within the world of work who's looking to upskill, or you're outside the workforce wanting to get back in, or you could be somebody who is keen to set up their own solopreneur business. Then there's going to be something here, the Tech Savvy Encore Academy, that can help you. Further than that, or wider than that, technology is touching every part of our lives. So I'll also be sharing trusted information from a consumer tech lens. Now, you might be asking, well, who am I and why should I be the person talking about all of this? Well, as I mentioned, my name is Bybreen Samuels and I am a pro-aging baby boomer. I was born in the early 60s. And when I was roughly about 54 years old, I took the journey, the self taught journey to retraining as a software engineer. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but one of the proudest things that I've done. So I followed a complete online curriculum, which was fantastic. And then, thank God for YouTube and Google that bolstered my training. I had a community around me as well that offered encouragement and support. And then, post my qualification, I had an amazing mentor. But one of the things that I noticed as I was journeying through retraining as a software engineer, and I've been to hundreds of tech conferences and meetups, etc., that I never saw anyone packaged like me. Not the fact that I'm a woman, not the fact that I'm black, but more importantly, or equally importantly, is the fact that I am an older person, a visibly older person who was diving into, hardcore tech. So I have an understanding of, as I say, I retrained as a software engineer. I got there in the end, even though I was challenged by JavaScript and data structures and algorithms and automation and the like. I got there. But I have some sympathy for those of you who are maturer, because I came to this iteration of tech as a mature person. So I see myself as a tech translator, somebody who was able to translate what these tech developments are and hopefully share them with you in, simple language that you can grasp and then go on to explore further and to apply to your own life. So, whether you are somebody who really does want to overcome the fear and anxiety and not feeling left out because every part of our life is being touched by technology, then you've arrived at the right place. But I also want to encourage you, because we're not tech philistines by any stretch of the imagination. If you're a baby boomer or a Gen Xer born in the 60s, or you might even be part of the silent generation, we were born in the 50s and the 60s. And so that generation of mature adults, that's who I'm really speaking to. And we entered the world of work in the 70s and in the 80s in terms of like our first jobs. And so we grew up with Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. And within the world of work, particularly, who remembers the big IBM mainframe computers? So we had those, and then we had the operating systems, and then we had desktop, we had laptops, we've had mobile. We were there when the internet was birthed. There's e-commerce, there's mobile, as I say. There's been a whole raft of technological shifts that we have been privy to and participated within. So, as much as society may try to smudge us out of the narrative, insofar as attempting to say that we are resistant to change, well, you've arrived at a place here on the internet whereby you are gladly welcome. So I really look forward to sharing, as I say, trusted news items. And the reason why I can say this is one, I retrained as a software engineer, but I still have associations and I participate in tech community. So I'm part of the Google Developer Group. In fact, there's a meeting tomorrow. Last week here in London, I was at the world's first prompt engineering conference that took place in Canary Wharf. A couple of weeks ago, I was at Black Tech Fest. And then earlier in the summer, I was at London Tech Week and a whole host of other meetups. I'm also a member of Free Code Camp, and that's the place where I did my training. So I'm somebody who's not just researching about technology or heard about technology. I'm also within these communities. And so hence why I feel I'm in a position that I can truly empathize, but also bring you information and hopefully present it to you in a clear and concise way. If you want to head over to my TikTok account, just search my name by Breen Samuels. You will see on that account where I've uploaded videos about the meetups and the conferences that I've been to. So before I leave you today, I want to share the very beginnings of how we have arrived at this place where artificial intelligence is sweeping our lives. So I want to take you back to the days of Google when they launched, because Google introduced what we now understand as Web 1.0. And what Google did was it created a system whereby we could research the world's information at the click of a mouse. And so Google brought research to us in an accessible way. So that was Web 1.0. Then we moved to Web 2.0, which was the world of social media. So Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook really launched that, and we've had Instagram and the myriad of other social media. So Web 2.0 was about the ability to communicate and socialize with each other online. We're now in the era of Web 3.0, and this is where technology attempts and has succeeded in bringing the offline world and the online world together in a way whereby there's a synergy between them. And this is where artificial intelligence sits. And now, just a very simple explanation of what artificial intelligence is. Essentially, it is software that is designed to emulate the actions and behaviors and the work processes that we as humans perform. That's it essentially. It has a far wider and more complex definition, but in terms of simplifying it, that's essentially what it means. And we're hearing the headlines of, artificial intelligence is going to take over our jobs. We're going to be made redundant. What's going to happen to us? There is some truth in that. However, there is a concept called humans in the loop. And that's why we are still so valuable, that we're in a world where it's a hybrid because the robots haven't completely taken over the world, and we are working with artificial intelligence in an everyday way. So we're still valuable, we're still valued, and that's why having knowledge and insights and information about where technology is and then where you could position yourself within it. Web 3.0 covers many things. Artificial intelligence is one thing, but then there's robotics, for example, or the Internet of Things and blockchain, etc. And so it's vast, and no one person or institution knows it all. But what I'm attempting to do here is to bring you these insights so therefore you can then go on to make informed decisions or better decisions about what technology is, how you can use it, and how you can apply it to your own life. So I'm going to leave it there. This was my introduction to you, welcoming you to the Tech Savvy Encore Academy. I really look forward to getting to know you, you getting to know me as your trusted tech translator. So stay well, and I will see you very soon on the next show. Bye.